evening, and welcome to Minute Maid Park here in Houston, Texas, USA, and the main event of the evening. It's Slugger versus Slugger, KO artist versus KO artist, 12 rounds of boxing in the super welterweight division. And it's all brought to you by Golden Boy Promotions in association with Canelo Promotions, SMS Promotions, and Leja Bata Promotions. Sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. Mexico, live it to believe it. Fred Loya, put Loya in your corner, and O'Reilly's Auto Parts, better prices every day. This bout is sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Chairman Mike Arizmendez. Executive Director William Kuntz. This contest dedicated to the memory of Jerry Lustenau. At ringside, the three judges scoring this bout: David Ikoguchi, Levi Martinez, and Barry Yates. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, the referee, John Shorley. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? Damas y caballeros, estamos listos. For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with red, officially weighing in at 154 1/2 pounds. He has 33 professional fights, 32 victories, including 28 big wins by knockout, with only one defeat. From Austin, Texas, USA, the former WBC Continental Americas Super Welterweight Champion, James Mandingo Warrior Kirkland. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black with green, official weight, also 154 1/2 pounds. As a professional, 44 professional victories, including 31 wins by knockout, only one defeat, with one draw. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, the former super welterweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo
Trunks are good there. Those trunks are good there. James, give me a good, clean fight. Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times. Canelo, yo quiero una pelea limpia. Obedezcan mis órdenes y protéjanse a todo tiempo.
All right, we're set to go. 10-point must scoring system. No standing 8 count. No 3 knockdown rule. Fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight in case of an accidental foul. We go to the scorecards after the 4th round is complete. Canelo Alvarez and James Kirkland. And boy, you can feel the enthusiasm in this crowd.
You really can. The enthusiasm of 40,000 fans, and everybody expects James Kirkland to start very fast.
With the green trim on his black trunks is Canelo Alvarez. To the left of your screen, now with his back to you, that's Kirkland trying to put the pressure on immediately.
Kirkland usually starts fast, is very frenetic, very active, but he's also susceptible to knockdowns in the early round.
By the way, Alvarez has never been down as a professional or an amateur fighter. Kirkland was knocked out one time by Nobu Ishida in Las Vegas, and that was of the first round. He was down 3 times in that fight, and right now he's just teeing off on Canelo Alvarez. Alvarez trying to weather the storm here in the early going. trying to figure out what he's going to do. He knew this guy would pressure him. There's the head in his face, and John Shirley says, hey, watch that stuff. Not going to have any of that.
Yeah, it's not just pressure, it's roughhouse tactics.
And that's the way you would expect Kirkland to fight. It's his best shot. Goes with that straight left-hand lead. It's like the lip is bloodied already of Alvarez.
That could have come from a clash of heads, but it could have been a punch as well. Kirkland has landed his left hand a few times.
Settle down a bit now. Nice right hand, nice right uppercut. And any time that Alvarez does anything, you're going to hear the crowd react to what he does. The right hand catches Kirkland, left hand missed with the right.
Kirkland's legs stiffened a little bit from some of those shots. Like I said, he's always been susceptible in the opening round of his bouts.
Nailed, and he goes down right on the chin. Just as you said it, he's been susceptible in the early going. He was hit right on the chin by Saul Canelo Alvarez, and down he went. How about that? What a surprise. That's what we may have expected Kirkland to do in the early going. He tried, but all of a sudden Alvarez has snapped right back and has this guy in some trouble here. Uppercuts, right hands.
Smart of Alvarez to work the body of Kirkland. A lot of guys try to go for the head of Kirkland after they knock him down in the early rounds, and Kirkland always comes back, except for that one fight against Ishida. He's always bounced back from early round knockdowns.
He's been down, as we mentioned, against Nobu Ishida. He was down 3 times in the first round of that fight before he was knocked out. He's got his wherewithal back, but the punches of Canelo Alvarez are really crisp and really clean. There's that body shot again, and that hurt him too.
That was a left hook to the liver, and it made Kirkland's legs wobble.
That's a punish you under. Solid right hand, back to the liver. He's ready to go again. He doesn't answer. Surely could step in. The bell ends. Whoa, what a round for Alvarez. I'm going to score that maybe
10-7, yeah. You can make an argument.
That was different than just a 10-8 round with a knockdown, because the ref was ready to step in there. If that'd been another 15 seconds, that fight would have been over.
Yeah, I think Kirkland was saved by the bell.
I got to give him the extra point for that. That's a 10-7 round in my book. Watch this.
Beautiful left hook to the liver, followed by a straight right down the pike. Accurate, economical punching from Canelo Alvarez, and it sends James Kirkland to the seat of his pants. Let's see another angle of this. Alvarez steps in, fakes with his right, lands the left, comes back with the right, sends Kirkland stumbling into the ropes.
Canelo's mother there, right there, reacting. So here we go, round number 2. Colonel Bob Sheridan, Doug Fisher. Canelo Alvarez had a sensational first round against James Kirkland, who we almost expected to try to do that to Canelo, but Canelo's a total charger. He caught him again, and again, and again. Look at these clean shots. He better answer, or is surely going to step in.
Kirkland's not the kind of guy to hang on. He's not the kind of guy to tie his opponent up. He usually survives rough spots by firing back, and he's not doing it.
You just try to get back in. If he takes about 4 or 5 more clean shots, he's in danger of having this fight stopped. The people would like to see a bit more, but wow. What a start for Canelo Alvarez. We told you it would be fast and furious.
And it's good for Canelo to score these shots now, because James Kirkland is a momentum-type fighter. Once he gets his momentum going, he's hell on wheels, and he's very hard to stop once he's warmed up. It's best to catch him when he's cold and still warming up.
Now, fans, he's not totally there yet. He's very flat-footed. He's very loose in the knees, heavy in the heels. I'm talking about Kirkland. Canelo has hit him with some real heavy shots here in the second round, as well as dropping him in the first.
If Alvarez thinks that by evading punches, he'll let Kirkland punch himself out, that won't happen. Kirkland is used to throwing like 100 punches around. I think Canelo has to still answer back and land punches, even when he's not getting hit.
Now Kirkland goes southpaw, and he's able to be hit with the right hand here now, as he lunges with his left hand. It's a bad idea, I think, for Kirkland low. He trains that way. Look at Saul Alvarez coming with that uppercut.
Alvarez is defending well in the corner here, but I'd like to see him mount some offense. He's allowing Kirkland to warm up and get back into this fight, even though Alvarez isn't getting hurt.
Yeah, he's not hitting him with real clean and heavy shots. Alvarez now works his way out of that corner now with his back still to the ropes. He's very happy with what he's able to do. Puts the head on the shoulder, pushes him off, trying to get some room to land the big right hand.
It's good stuff from Alvarez when he lets his hands go. But he's always been wanting to get off in spots, which allows a volume puncher like James Kirkland to work his way back into a fight. One thing about Kirkland, he works consistently for 3 minutes if you let him.
Well, he's working consistently for 3 minutes in this round. His legs are still kind of heavy, but he hasn't stopped throwing punches. Alvarez needs to create some room, create some distance instead of hanging on to that glove. Finally, he's got some. Walked right into an uppercut, did Kirkland. And another one, that wasn't one as heavy as the first one. Closing seconds now of the second round. Boy, Alvarez had a sensational first round. I scored a 10-7, and that's a 10-9 round.
Don't drop your hands, son, at all. Hold on. Stay prepared for that hook. And don't signal, man. Get greedy. He's wearing you down. That's why he's signaling. He's taking breaks on the ropes again. He never been in no fight. Keep your fucking hands up. Get your feet together. Keep that butt foot in front of you. Don't square up, baby, okay? He never been in no fight like this. Never been in a fight like this. Again, one more. How you feeling? Tell me you're feeling good.
Saul Alvarez landing a perfect left uppercut while James Kirkland's back was to the ropes in round 2. See another angle of it. He kind of fakes with it, but man, he winds up. Oh, this is a left hook. Devastating stuff from Saul Alvarez early in round 2. James Kirkland did fight his way back into that round.
All right, we get ready to move to round number 3, Minute Maid Park. The latest crowd count we've heard is in excess of 40,000 here. How about that, folks? And the Mexican fans in attendance love every minute of it, although James Kirkland is from Austin, Texas. Make no mistake about it, this is a home game for Canelo Alvarez. Alvarez to the right of his screen. And here's James Kirkland doing what he always does, and that's firing a lot of punches. Alvarez is hitting the clean shots and the heavier blows. But Kirkland won't stop throwing unless Alvarez can stop him in his tracks.
Kirkland can take advantage of these lulls in offense from Alvarez. Although Alvarez is doing a decent job of defending along the ropes, when Alvarez just plants his feet, leans against ropes, or just stands in center ring and covers up, Kirkland does have an opportunity to score points.
Well, Kirkland worked so hard in this training camp like none other, he said. Had the nutritionist, younger brother's a nutritionist, and had the proper food for this. None of these punches are hurting. They're like little shoe shine punches, little rat-tat-taps. Not really setting down in the punches. Alvarez is just gobbling them up.
Yeah, the steam doesn't seem there in Kirkland's punches, although with Alvarez's facial structure and his skin tone, it doesn't take a lot for him to mark up.
Yeah, very fair, complected.
Yeah, so he bruises easy. He marks up.
Two hard punches. All of that stuff that Kirkland has thrown didn't have as much effect as those 2 punches that Alvarez just had. And another right hand, and another one.
And I love that Alvarez continues to work the body.
Look at these shots. Alvarez to the left of your screen, landing heavy power shots. Kirkland does, the uppercut caught him, coming forward. Bounce up to 3 and 4. Kirkland's eyes are clear. He's up at 6. Have to take the 8 count. So he's been down for the 2nd time in the fight.
If Kirkland can get up, he's going to fight. He's always going to want to fight. He's never going to give up.
But his legs are not there. This time, I don't think he's getting up.
Wow.
Is he counting or is it all over?
Oh, it's over.
All over.
It's over.
He knocked him out cold. Referee didn't want to bother the count. They want to get the doctor in there first. That was a right hand that finished him off. How about Canelo Alvarez? Wow.
That was a good call from John Shorley. I don't know if Kirkland would have been able to get up under his own power after that, but the fight should have been over.
And he was right not to waste the time counting him out.
I think Alvarez is actually a little bit concerned about his opponent. The manner in which he went down and landed on the canvas.
Well, I mean, he was knocked out before he hit the canvas because he caught him with an uppercut initially and then a real solid right hand. He was out on his feet before the right hand hit him.
I agree.
And he had everything going. Well, the new star of Mexico, the new star of the world.
Sensational performance from Canelo Alvarez.
It wasn't long, but the customers got what they came
really
for.
did. They got a shootout. This is why they paid for the ticket. Yeah, Canelo is a ticket seller. He has his star power, but also the matchup. They knew they would get nonstop action. Beautiful right uppercut. That was really the beginning of the end. And Kirkland went straight down after eating that shot.
That was the first knockdown of the round, and then he comes back and
Alvarez leans away from that left hand and comes back with a right uppercut. It's a counter right uppercut from Alvarez, which in effect took away the legs of Kirkland, whatever was left of his legs after the first round. Let's see the end of the fight. He touches him to the body as a measuring stick with his left and comes over. It's a sweeping right cross.
He didn't even see it.
Just as Kirkland was loading up with his own punch and twisted his body half around, and the manner in which he fell, his body was listless, flat on his back. Let's watch another angle of it. Touches him with the right, with the left, comes over with the right, distorts the features of Kirkland as Kirkland was loading up with his own left hand, twists his body halfway around. His legs are crossed, his body hits the canvas in dramatic fashion.
Watch this, Doug. When he touches him right there, see the hands come down and around, and bam, the right hand. Wow!
That's because Kirkland was loading up with his own punches, and he fires from the hip. He's a man who lives by the sword and dies by the sword. And that was the end of everything for James Kirkland.
Well, folks, here's Michael Buffer.
Here at Houston, Texas, in the tradition of slugger versus slugger. The end comes at 2 minutes, 19 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo